This is my tighter. Look at the voltage. Holy cow. It's almost to 1 volt. I have it right in the gas flame. I'm using the battery clamp to hold it, as you can see, and then clamps to hold the that was the old sensor. That was bank 1 sensor 2 in my 98 Ford van. Now I'm trying to remember which one is which here for these ones. I think this it's still pretty warm. These were the pre-cat sensors, or the upstream sensors is what you call them. So they got that white junk on. I guess they were silicone poison or something. I don't know. I mean, I've been running like E15 gas for a long time. That one's not as bad, but then again, I scrubbed a lot of the. I used a wet sponge, and it's still pretty hot though. And that one's got a big dent in it too. I don't know how that happened, because I didn't do that. I don't think I did. Let me change the range on that. Alright, now it's gonna stay there. So yeah, I mean, it's fluctuating, it's staying up there. Because the problem that I'm having is bank 2 sensor 2 is lower. I mean, I think it should be, I don't know, according to some forums and stuff, it should be like 0.45 volts or something like that, or 0.50. So it kind of reads between lean and rich or something, because, you know, like, lean is lower voltage, rich is higher voltage. And then on the passenger side, bank 1, that sensor's reading higher, and they were matching each other for a while. I reset the computer. I took the battery cable off and with the key on and the dome light for about 10 minutes while I was putting in the sensors. I used a upstream sensor, I think, for the downstream on the passenger side. So bank 1 sensor 2, I put that in. That's the old one for bank 1 sensor 2, the one that's on the stove here. That was bank 1 sensor 2 right there. And it came up pretty black, but not as black. The one that's in there now was on the driver's side, bank 2 sensor 2, and that was black. And I just put that in probably 2 weeks ago. So, but now here's the thing. So on my van, let's say this is driver's side, the left side of my face, and this is passenger side. The driver's side comes from the side of the engine, goes down, and makes a 90, and on the passenger side, it's straight through. So it's almost like a T pipe. It's almost a T. It's more like a T. It's still a Y, but it's more like a T. Okay. Actually, hey, let me, for example, it's more like this. So this would be going to the engine, going to the muffler. It's not perfect T. It's more like, you know, it's more like that. And the bank 1 sensor 2 sits right before that junction, or where it connects. Okay, sits. Let's say this is that connection. It sits right about here, and it's in the stream. When they want to get a spark plug non-follower to bring it out of the stream and lower the voltage a bit, or if one of these is a little bit lower in voltage, it might put it back in. Because this is the hotter, because the gases are hotter going this way. It has time to cool off as it comes from the engine. It makes that curve. It has time to cool down a little bit more, so the voltage is lower. You gotta remember that these work on heat. The hotter the flame, the higher the voltage, as you can tell. So right now it's almost a volt. Yeah, so like I said, you know, the hotter the temperature, the more voltage it puts out, and it means it's more of a complete burn, apparently. And as you know, with gas, the flame that is blue is the hottest part of the flame. The orange isn't as hot, contrary to belief. So, yeah, it actually burned a lot of the carbon off though. And plus, I used the sponge and I scrubbed it. And I put it in water and you know. But it's working just fine still, so it's good. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to get my long-term fuel trims down, like down like at least 5% positive, or even lower, closer to zero. I even redid the vacuum lines too, which is a pain in the ass. Let me see if I can try to pull up. Try to figure this one out. I don't know. It's weird. I'm trying to figure this thing out because I know I had it, or I can. No, I don't want to do. Maybe I gotta flip the camera on in order to do it. See here. Nope, I can't. Wow, it's messed up. I just gotta be careful with how I show stuff, you know what I mean? So this should be my and that hose goes down to another Y. Okay. And that hose goes down to another Y and connects to those two fittings that come from that bigger vacuum reservoir. I was gonna throw it away, but it wasn't. Oh, I need to put the nuts on that damn thing. Shit. The bigger one on, and then the smaller tube that comes from it goes to that Y and controls both these vacuum solenoids for the EGR and for the intake runners. Now the intake runners are actually in like they're supposed to, I guess. Yeah, so that's the vacuum setup too. Yeah, so like I said, it's reading pretty good though. I'm trying to flame up some more here. It's actually lower now. That's weird. I'm gonna put it like that. See if the body of it's getting red. It was getting really red. Yeah, see how the flame's right in the flame. So, and staying pretty steady. Well, it was. Anyways, like I said, I'm just trying to get my fuel trims better, so that way I don't use as much gas and produce much soot. Because right now the whole exhaust system's black. And when you put your finger in the tailpipe, it just comes out black. Like, it's just horrible. Probably about as black as this. That black right there. It's black. All in the tail. I know the whole exhaust system is black. But using unleaded like 88 gas, I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm at the E15. You know, unleaded 88. It's 1 octane point higher than the 87, right? Than a regular 87. but Breaker 87 has up to 10% ethanol. But you would think that 4 or 5% doesn't matter. I guess it does. I mean, after a long time, I guess it does. I don't know. I mean, I deleted my cats though because I don't have to do emissions in the state of Virginia. So I'm in Maryland, but the van's registered my girlfriend, and it's Virginia registration. So it doesn't have to do it. It's now it's exempt from emissions. But I want the readings, long term or short term, to be as nearly as perfect as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect zeros, but close to it. That way it'll get the best fuel economy possible and produce less soot and have a more complete burn. So I may go with, I kind of wish I can afford it because I'm like negative, but I want to get maybe double platinum or like a radium spark plugs, a new coil, and new wires to go with it. Make it all new. And use and before I do that, use a lot of fuel cleaner, or do like an induction cleaning, and then change them out and go from there. And hopefully it doesn't follow up these new oxygen sensors that are in there. So yeah, pretty much. Let me think. Yeah, 4 of the sensors are pretty much new. They weren't all bought at the same time, but yeah, they're pretty much new now. The one on the passenger side, Bank 1 Sensor 1 was done today. Bank 1 Sensor 2 was a couple weeks ago. Bank 2 Sensor 1 was today, and Bank 2 Sensor 2 was also done today. So 3 were done today, and the 4th was a couple weeks ago that I got them. So all 4 are pretty much new, or they're all Bosch. I don't know on Fords if they're universal, where upstream, downstream doesn't matter. It just reads what it reads. But like I said, that bend in the pipe, I think it's cooling it down and making Bank 2 Sensor 2 read a little bit more lower than Bank 1 Sensor 2. So if anybody can tell me what, in simple terms, what is really going on, and if that curve is cooling it down to where Bank 2 Sensor 2 is reading lower, then I want to compensate and make Bank 1 Sensor 2 also the same voltage too. So that way the long-term fuel trim will go down more. Or is long-term fuel trim affected by post-cat sensors, or is it just the two before the catalytic converter? Like I said, I don't have any catalytic converters, but it was reading great before I did my water pump job. So something somewhere, I don't know. I mean, and sometimes when I hit the gas, I get this rattle too, and I don't know if it's bearings, if it's spark rattle, spark knock, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'm at a loss. So I'm going to go back to 87 gas. Yeah, it's more expensive, but it is what it is. And hopefully, and do about once or twice a week, I'll look at the live data and I'll see what the fuel trims come out to. Waiting for the light to turn green or driving down the road, I'll see what they are. And hopefully they stay pretty steady. You know what I mean? And yeah, I hope for the best. I want to get a new engine for the van, or just get a fucking RV, something, But I'll see you guys later. If you want to donate to the channel, it's in the About Me. All the ways to do it. Like I said, I'm pretty broke right now from putting these parts in. I'm like 50, 60 bucks negative. So, yeah, and I still need to do more stuff on the van at least, and be able to get some like running out dish soap and stuff too, and some soap and hygiene, and also laundry soap too. So I go to Dollar Tree and get everything for the most part. I go to Walmart too, or Food Lion, things like that. But I want to make some cappuccino here too. The Food Lion cappuccino here. Been thirsty. I've been so preoccupied with this shit. I'm not really paying attention to what's going on here, with my body. So I'll see you guys later, right? I gotta test these other sensors out and see which one I'm gonna try to put in. You know what I mean? And I gotta splice on longer wire too. So this was the longer one. This is the passenger side one here. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Okay? Take care.